In 1991, South Africa stood at a crossroads. The winds of change were sweeping through, pushing against decades of institutional segregation and isolation. The government had begun dismantling apartheid. Negotiations were underway for a new order, and the future was uncertain but alive with possibility. In that moment, currency was more than part of everyday trade. It was the backdrop to a story being rewritten. The 10-cent coin from that year was minted as part of the standard circulation, but every standard object turns rare in extraordinary times. The coin itself features an image of the arum lily, a graceful flower native to South Africa, elegant and dignified. Its petals curve inward as though in modest reverence. Its long stem holds it above the base of the design. Around the edge, in raised letters, are the words South Africa, Suid-Afrika, a bilingual inscription reminding all who use the coin of the country's complex identity, English and Afrikaans both claiming place. The date, 1991, is stamped below, and on the reverse a profile of the national animal or another iconic emblem common to coins of that era. It weighs a few grams, fits in a pocket, perhaps jingles among other coins in a change purse, but it carries more than metallic mass. It carries symbolism. What transforms a coin like this from everyday currency into an object of collectability are several factors. First is scarcity. Over time, many coins are lost, damaged, polished away, discarded, melted down. Especially during times of political transition or social upheaval, people often discard or hoard change according to perceived value, sometimes without knowing which pieces will later be coveted. Very few specimens remain in pristine, uncirculated condition. The difference between a coin that shows wear, scratches, dulled edges, smoothed reliefs, and one that retains sharp details and full luster is enormous. Collectors prize the best condition, the ones that feel somehow fresher than their years. Next is provenance. Where has the coin been? Who owned it? Was it part of a mint set? Was it hand-polished or kept in a protective casing? Coins with documented history, chain of ownership, or ties to notable collectors often fetch higher value not only because their condition is more certain, but because they become artifacts connected to stories people want to tell. Also, variety matters. Sometimes errors in striking, misalignments, slight off-centering, or die flaws make some coins even more desirable than the standard strikes. Variants, mint errors, limited runs. All these inflate value in the collector's market. Then there is demand. The fascination people have for South African history, for apartheid's impact and its end, for the way symbols change and survive. The arum lily, bilingual inscriptions, the date 1991 all evoke deeper context. The layered society, contested identities, political shifts, the struggle for equality. When a coin embodies all that, you don't merely collect a piece of metal. You collect a moment in time, a cultural artifact. Museums, private collectors, dealers, all want examples in the highest condition available. When supply is low and demand is high, the price accelerates. Imagine one specimen of this coin, in perfect mint state, no scratches, no wear on the relief, full color and reflectivity, stored in a protective case for decades. Now imagine that collector A in Europe, collector B in Asia, collector C in South Africa are all seeking it. Bidding war. Auctions. Once that happens, values climb steeply. And so, whispers begin. Could one of these coins fetch $5 million? For those following numismatics, what might sound impossible begins to seem at least plausible when you see how rare examples of other coins have sold for millions. It's not just about the coin itself, but its story. People love stories. Some coins function as quiet witnesses to history, issued under one regime, surviving transitions, witnessing new governments, new laws, new hopes. The 10-cent coin from 1991 survived South Africa's transition from apartheid to democracy. It circulated among everyday people, hands that paid for groceries, for transit, for small trades. Some may have dropped them on sidewalks. Others kept them as curiosities. Most likely no one then thought of them as treasures. But time has a way of reshaping perspective. What was common becomes uncommon. What was daily becomes historic. Collectors also value visual appeal. How does light play off the raised edges of the arum lily's petals? How crisp are the letters South Africa, South Africa? How clean is the rim? Is there toning, natural patina that can either enhance or degrade appearance depending on taste, but does it add character or distract? These aesthetic factors are subtle, but in the marketplace they matter a great deal. Two otherwise identical coins, identical in date and mint, might sell for thousands of dollars difference depending on how they look, how they've lived. Now imagine someone in some far corner of the globe seeing a slabbed coin, the kind preserved in transparent hard plastic grading holder, that's been judged by experts to be an MS68 or MS69. That is, near perfect for a coin of its age. Imagine they know it has never been cleaned harshly, has original mint luster. They bid. Others see the listing. The price leaps. Auction houses get involved. Authentication services weigh in. Experts opine on its significance. All this energy, all this desire converges on one small coin. And the final hammer drops.